Hello, good evening and welcome to this continuous presentation of the big day. The day of the counting for the 4 today, 1 tomorrow. States which went to the polls dubbed as the semi-final ahead of 2024. I am Ankit Tyagi, my colleague Vasudha Venugopal also in the studio with me. But Vasudha, what a day has this been for the Bharatiya Janata Party, from looking at, maybe one state to a 2-2. At this moment, standing at 3-1, a total domination as far as the Hindi heartland is concerned.
Absolutely. And Ankit, I think they got, the BJP did get some of the things really right in Madhya Pradesh, with this whole Samuhik Netrutva, that is collective leadership. And you had 12 leaders on every hoarding and 7 MPs, ministers fighting, heavyweights fighting from regions like Mahakaushal, where they had lost earlier. So clearly, some things, out of the normal departure. And that, I think, really and I think that is going to set the tone for 2024, because the party is going to use some of these strategies for 2024 is what I think. And I think the most important thing is OPS, farm loan waiver, caste census. 3 big highlights of the Congress did not work.
They will have to go back to the drawing board, find some different narrative. But the fact remains that this election is also a testimony of how micro-management of the Bharatiya Janata Party, election after election, has trumped the way the Congress possibly still fighting the elections the old way, on the sentiment, on the flavor or a perception that they are going to win. It's their turn. Janta jita degi versus we will ensure that every vote is counted and it is mattered as far as the BJP's victories are concerned. The sweetest possibly, Chhattisgarh, where nobody, even till late last night, was giving them any option. But of course, there'll be big celebrations today in the national capital as well.
And like you said, that this is a day of reflections for the Congress and a day of celebration for the BJP. But clearly, Arvind, my colleague, is at the BJP office and he's going to track all the celebrations that are going to happen in the BJP. I was there in the morning and every BJP leader that I met said that humne aapko kaha tha, we told you about Chhattisgarh, and a lot of us did not believe it then. But clearly, there was a lot of anger both in Chhattisgarh and also in Telangana. Of course, Congress has wrested power from BRS. Arvind is in the BJP office, BJP headquarters in Delhi. Arvind, what are the preparations like? I hear that the Prime Minister is going to be, coming there and he's going to be participating in the celebrations there. What is the mood like?
Well, so the BJP is preparing for grand celebrations here at its party headquarters in the national capital. So what we are expecting is that post 7 p.m. we can expect Prime Minister to come to party headquarters here to join the celebrations, where he is also expected to address the party workers who have gathered here close to 8 p.m. That's what we are hearing from leaders here. What we can also show you now is that senior BJP leader and also Union Minister Anurag Thakur here, several media personnel around Anurag Thakur, trying to get his reaction or get his views about party's performance in the four state assembly elections. So BJP has clearly swept in the Hindi heartland. Of the 4 states that went for counting today, of 3 are from Hindi heartland: Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan. And BJP has clean swept all these 3 states, and that's why what we could see is a jubilant party headquarters here in the national capital. So around 6 o'clock we can expect BJP National President JP Nadda to arrive here at the party headquarters, followed by Home Minister Amit Shah and Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, and also Nitin Gadkari, another senior minister from BJP. He will also be here to participate in this grand celebration. So close to 7 or post 7 p.m. we can expect Prime Minister to come here, and at around 8 p.m. Prime Minister will be addressing the gathering here. Ankit?
Arvind, it's become sort of a tried and tested, a strategy as far as the BJP is concerned. Every time they win an election, the election result comes in, the Prime Minister does come and speaks to the Karyakartas. But the fact remains that this one comes very close to the 2024 election. This was being dubbed as the big semi-final ahead of the 2024 election. Today, when the Prime Minister speaks, this will have renewed significance and a lot of vigor, because from here on, it will be him on the ticket when the BJP fights the election next.
Yeah, Ankit, that will be a very important kind of a speech of Prime Minister that the entire country will be looking forward to, where Prime Minister will be announcing the roadmap for the party for the 2024 general elections. So that's a much awaited speech that we are expecting close to 8 p.m. But what's important here is that BJP's dominance in the Hindi heartland. Though with the Congress poll plank of caste census, OPS, etc., people thought that Congress will put a fight against BJP, will try to regain some of the states, Hindi heartland states from BJP. But BJP has again clearly showed that they dominate the Hindi heartland, and that's what we witnessed in today's results also in Madhya Pradesh, in Rajasthan, in Chhattisgarh. BJP has clearly won with a clear margin in all the 3 states. So Chhattisgarh, people like what Vasudha was explaining also, Chhattisgarh, no one saw, even the pollsters, even they didn't see that it would be such a victory for BJP. But BJP clearly outplayed Congress, and BJP wrested power from Congress in Chhattisgarh. And again, Madhya Pradesh and Rajasthan, clear dominance by BJP in both these states. So it's time for Congress, like what TMC, one of the alliance partner of Congress in the India alliance, what TMC has said, that it's time for Congress to go back to drawing room and then to do a complete study. Where did they go wrong? So that's a huge task for Congress, but a solace for Congress in from the southern state, where they have gained power, where they have won against BRS in Telangana.
So Arvind, one of the direct contrasts I was thinking about today was, in 2000. Okay. Revant Reddy, the front runner for this chief ministerial post in Telangana, is speaking. Let's listen in.
कांग्रेस सरकार बना देके यहाँ के जो शहीद हुए युवता, उनके विचारधारा को आगे ले जाने के लिए हमको संपूर्ण हम इंस्पिरेशन लिए, वो हम जो भी वादा किए, जो शहीद होकर उन लोग जो देश के लिए क्या किए, वो पूरा आगे हम लेकर जाएंगे। और केटीआर ने आज ट्विटर में वेलकम किया कांग्रेस पार्टी जीत को। मैं भी बीआरएस को धन्यवाद देना चाहता हूं। ये स्पिरिट आगे सरकार चलाने में भी दिखाना है, क्योंकि 10 साल अब सरकार में बैठा हुआ है, अभी विपक्ष में बैठने वाले। विपक्ष के सुझाव हमेशा हम खातिर करते हैं, पॉलिसी हम बनाएंगे, सजेशंस विपक्ष की जिम्मेदारी है सजेशन देने का। तो इसीलिए असेंबली हम चलाएंगे, विपक्ष का सुझाव लेंगे, अच्छा सरकार बना के गरीब लोगों को मदद करने के लिए हमेशा कांग्रेस पार्टी कोशिश करने वाले। इसमें हम बीआरएस और कल्वकुंट्ला चंद्रशेखर राव, भारतीय जनता पार्टी मिस्टर किशन रेड्डी, एमआईएम अध्यक्ष असदुद्दीन ओवैसी एंड सीपीआई, सीपीएम एंड तेलंगाना जनसमिति प्रोफेसर कोदंड राम, सबके मदद लेकर, सुझाव लेकर एक अच्छी सरकार बना के देश में एक आदर्श सरकार बनाने के लिए हमेशा हम लोग कोशिश करेंगे। अच्छा काम के लिए हमेशा कांग्रेस पार्टी हाजिर रहेंगे। सोनिया जी, मल्लिकार्जुन जी नेतृत्व में एक अच्छा सरकार बना के तेलंगाना स्टेट को हम तरक्की करवा देंगे। చూడాలి, ఇంకా విశ్లేషిస్తాం, అందరితో మాట్లాడతాం। फैक्टर तो आपको पता है, दिखाने का जरूरत नहीं है। लोग they have given that mandate. It's a people's mandate. We need not to postmortem things. Everything goes well.
All right, Revant Reddy there, in fact, speaking, the man who's supposedly the front runner, maybe the chief minister, because as soon as the results started swinging in favor of the Congress party, they were local police chief, the DGP, everybody already lining up at his house. So they also understand that the power has shifted from KCR to Revanth Reddy, and an indication that possibly he's going to be the next chief minister. Interesting, the state of Telangana. If the Congress would have performed little better in the other three states, this would have been possibly the crown as far as the Congress's performance today is concerned, isn't it?
Absolutely, Ankit. And just a year ago, it just seemed like the Congress was going to, sort of like get divided, fragmented, because there were all these power centers from Uttam Reddy to Revanth Reddy to Vikram Makabati, and then suddenly Revanth Reddy does this yatra, and then you see all these crowds, and it is a resurgent Congress, at least in Telangana. Clearly, South of India is thinking on different lines. Of course, that is also up for grabs, and I think BJP is also going to focus on the South of India very vocally and vociferously. That's what we understand. But yes, DK Shivakumar, the Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, is speaking. Let's listen to what he has to say.
Who will be the Chief Minister?
There is no such proposal as of now. There is no threat to us, but we are very cautious. We are very cautious. There is no threat to us. We will not. Every movement has been looked into. As far as what other?
Who will be the Chief Minister? Is Revanth Reddy your CM?
See, Revanth Reddy is my party president. We have fought the election on the collective leadership. The party high command and the CLP and the party leadership will take a decision.
What is the next course of action? Revanth Reddy and CM both have been defeated by BJP candidate in Kamareddy.
It was a political strategy to contest and block there. We know the political angle. It is a political strategy which we have endorsed.
What is the next course of action, sir? What is the next course of action?
Next course of action is my CLP, my PCC president and my AICC general secretary will inform you. You speak to them. He will address the media. I don't want to disclose our plan. You just meet my AICC general secretary and our PCC president. No threat.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations.
So that was DK Shivakumar, Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, talking about the movements in Telangana and also saying that a decision on the Chief Minister will be taken soon.
All right, so important, in fact, this development for the Congress. They will be taking heart. At least they have one state, and south of India, 135 seats in the Lok Sabha. The Congress would fancy a strong performance as far as they are concerned in 2024. But then, shift to North India, the Hindi heartland. The Congress has got a drubbing and it's a total domination. Barring Himachal Pradesh, at this moment, the Congress doesn't have any Hindi-speaking state under its belt. The important thing, ladies and gentlemen, here is Chhattisgarh, which nobody, and no pollster, most pundits were not giving the Bharatiya Janata Party a chance even till late last night. They said it will be, some said close, but the Congress has an edge, has turned around completely. And the only state which has bucked the trend of anti-incumbency in the current election in the 4 states that have, the result has come out today, is Madhya Pradesh. What a phenomenal victory has this been for the Bharatiya Janata Party. Rajasthan, which usually gives BJP a huge victory at this moment, comfortable 115. An interesting thing, my colleague Vedant is joining us at this moment. Vedant, whenever Ashok Gehlot has gone out of power, he has left the Congress party in complete tatters, whether it was 2013 or in fact before that also when Ashok Gehlot went out of power, the Congress party came to their lowest. 21 was the last time. At 70 right now, but the Congress party and Ashok Gehlot riding on the welfareism plank could possibly be hoping that their performance would have been much closer. They were hoping for a much closer fight.
That's right, Ankit. In fact, when I had spoken to Ashok Gehlot on the campaign trail, he had said that his welfare schemes would bear fruit, particularly as far as the rural belt is concerned. In fact, as we speak, Ashok Gehlot is currently in a huddle. In fact, both the BJP and the Congress are in a huddle. Here at the PCC office in Jaipur, Ashok Gehlot is with Congress observers, with Bhupinder Singh Hooda and Mr. Randhawa, and they are discussing what went wrong, essentially. A press conference is expected at about 4, and he will be tendering his resignation, conceding defeat at about 5:30 p.m. at Raj Bhavan as well. So, a couple of things that they, that sources close to Gehlot are telling us. One, of course, is division of votes. That is something that the Congress is looking at very closely right now. Those rebels who were denied tickets and who went on to fight elections as independents, how did they cut the Congress's votes in crucial seats? That is something that is being discussed right now. And secondly, as I was telling you earlier as well, Ankit, when I spoke to some of the senior Congress leaders here, including the Congress observers, Mr. Virendra Rathod, who is also here, he said he made a very important point. He said that perhaps as far as the tribal seats are concerned, we could have had a pre-poll alliance, because remember, as far as this election is concerned, neither the BJP nor the Congress came out with a pre-poll alliance. So that is something that he was conceding too, that perhaps as far as the tribal seats are concerned, there could have been a pre-poll alliance. The third aspect that the Congress is currently discussing is, how they could have handled the caste arithmetic better, because key Gehlot faces have lost the elections, including cabinet ministers here in Rajasthan as well. So the Congress has already gone into introspection mode. As far as the BJP is concerned, Mr. Gajendra Singh Shekhawat has been here since morning, and Vasundhara Raje is also expected to come to the BJP headquarters here in Jaipur in just a short while from now. Celebrations have been going on. Now, of course, the story shifts to who actually will be the next Chief Minister of Rajasthan. Of course, we spoke to Diya Kumari earlier in the day, and also Baba Balaknath, and both of them made the same point, that we have left it to the parliamentary board, and ultimately it's a decision of the High Command. So remains to be seen how that pans out, but as far as the situation right now is concerned, both the BJP and the Congress in a huddle.
What is the Congress thinking about, the tribal seats? Because clearly there could have been some accommodation of, say, the BJP or the BAP, because tribal seats are where the BJP seems to have gained a lot. So is there any introspection, reflection on that count?
Exactly what I was telling you, Vasudha, just a short while back, that, senior Congress observers said that there could have been a pre-poll alliance as far as the tribal seats are concerned, because as we've been reporting since morning, that, these others, as far as the BAP is concerned or the Azad Samaj Party is concerned, or, even parties like the RLP, perhaps, they would have played a crucial role as far as government formation is concerned. So while that aspect has been ruled out now because of the BJP's clear majority, the Congress is certainly thinking about how they could have been accommodated better. But also the important, aspect to look at here also is how, Hanuman Beniwala, Jat strongman, how he has lost to the BJP's Jat strongman as well. So the BJP has really gotten the caste arithmetic as well as the tribal arithmetic right as far as Rajasthan is concerned.
All right. In fact, Vedant, at this moment, at a very quiet, glum-looking Congress office, Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot accepting defeat there. He put up a fight, let me give you that. But, it was also the insistence of repeating his MLAs. I think a lot of his MLAs which were repeated, anti-incumbency against the local MLAs has also done the Congress in an art that the BJP has mastered. They have been able to, like we saw in in Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh, they've been able to change a lot of their people, and that has also negated a lot of anti-incumbency.
But I think in the last 30 years, the state has not voted an incumbent back to government. So clearly, there is a certain tradition that the state has. The Congress was fighting against all odds here, at least in Rajasthan.
Absolutely.
But some of their, maybe like, these health insurance, some of their schemes were really good, but probably they were just on paper because people don't seem to have...
And other reasons, like you said, the tribal factor has been all across in all states. If you look at Madhya Pradesh, if you look at Chhattisgarh, significantly in Chhattisgarh, the Bastar region, where the BJP in the last election got a drubbing. The Congress swept that region. The BJP has almost 7 to 8 seats more in its kitty than last time. Look at Madhya Pradesh, even in the tribal region, the BJP has been able to perform better. So that's micromanagement of the Bharatiya Janata Party has also worked. In the studio, we are being joined at this moment, ladies and gentlemen,
by Sumitra Goenka.
By Sumitra Goenka. She's a political analyst. Mr. Anurag Verma, senior journalist, is also with us. I welcome both of you. Mr. Verma, what are the broad strokes that you are looking at after this victory? Usually, any side which gets defeated says don't extrapolate this to 2024 or general elections. Both will be very, very different. But with the BJP's domination in the Hindi heartland, what are we looking at as far as Narendra Modi is concerned and his chances in 2024?
As far as my observation is concerned, Modi factor has taken over everything. Be it caste-based census, Bharat Jodo Yatra, India Alliance, everything has been hijacked by Modi factor, and this is going to rule in next parliamentary election also. That is my observation. Although you may analyze this is the vote percentage, Congress vote percentage has not reduced or anything, but this is there. Modi factor is going to rule in 2024 elections.
Right. Ms. Goenka, when you talk about the female vote, so clearly in Madhya Pradesh, we did see a 2% increase in the voter turnout amongst women and, of course, in the overall turnout. So clearly, there's something that women want, but it's not just welfare alone, it's also delivery and implementation, because Kamal Nath was promising, 1,500 rupees a month, whereas Shivraj Singh Chauhan was giving 1,250 a month. So clearly, it's not just the amount, but basically this guarantee of implementation. What do you think, ma'am?
Yes, so Vasudha, I think women voters have played a very important role, not just if you look at the turnout, but also the percentage of votes which has gone to the BJP. I think there is a 4% increase in the votes which has gone to the BJP from the women voters. So this is a significant vote share, and the BJP has studied this quite earlier as well, and that is the reason why they have been targeting the women voters. But I would also say that BJP has a very positive mindset when it comes to women voters, and they have seriously implemented many of the schemes. Like if you start 9 years back, we saw that people had to walk kilometers across India to get water, just a small bucket of water, you can say. But now there is a dashboard which talks about how many tap connections have gone. So basically these are the schemes, like the toilets, you have given toilets.
No, you're right. I think
so
it's
these
also
things make
these
a lot of
schemes
difference.
And then a very important factor, the trust factor, the bharosa factor of who can deliver those schemes. So that at this moment seems to be favoring Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and what he kept saying, that it's Modi's guarantees that matter. We are being joined at this moment from the Congress office. Suleiman Mohammad Khan, spokesperson of the Congress party, is with us. Asif Bamla of the Bharatiya Janata Party also joining us. Gentlemen, welcome. Mr. Mohammad Khan, Suleiman Mohammad Khan, I want to start by asking you, sir, congratulations on Telangana, but the loss of Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, many are calling this a demoralizing defeat as far as the Congress party is concerned, sir. Mr. Khan, if you can hear me, I just wanted to understand from you, it's a very clear divide that we see at this moment. In southern India, there is still that Congress, pro-Congress factor sentiments, but in the Hindi heartland, your welfare schemes in Rajasthan have not been able to save your government. Bhupesh Baghel, who many thought was a popular chief minister, has lost his seat. And in Madhya Pradesh, where the Congress, hopefully was seeing that a fatigue factor against Shivraj Singh Chauhan, 20 years, 18 and a half years of governance, you've not been able to encash that sentiment as well. Hindi heartland has rejected the Congress party's narration, sir.
First of all, I would like to say that we are very thankful to the voters of Telangana who have given us such a huge victory, which no one expected. We were saying that we are very hopeful and people were very enthusiastic about Congress party, and same is reflected in the results. As far as Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan and Chhattisgarh are concerned, we also thank voters of these three states who have voted for us in huge numbers, although we have lost all three states. But there is one factor, the win and lose, why we lost, what are the factors, all these things have to be analyzed. One thing I have analyzed in the meantime during the course of the day is just, you can also see that in Rajasthan, the vote percentage of Congress in the last election was 39.6%. It has just fallen by 0.03%. So the percentage of votes which have been polled to Congress party in 2018 is the same as it is almost. For BJP, there is a rise of 3.54%. That rise has come at the cost of BSP and others. So therefore, BJP has, gained more seats. But people have not left Congress. It's 39.6% as it was in Rajasthan last time. Same has happened in Madhya Pradesh. We have lost only 0.47% votes. We have 40.4% vote till this time.
Mr. Khan, many would say that this is cherry-picking the data for some consolation, sir. 18 and a half years, and if you could not, sir, at this moment, go ahead and try and translate that anti-incumbency into a victory, sir, then of course you will be clutching at straws to try and find reasons. The fact remains that two states where you were in power, you could not hold those states for just 5 years. Post 5 years, you were thrown out of power. The BJP has been able to hold on to the state that they were in, and that too after 18 and a half years of being in governance.
So what should I say then? What should I say?
I don't know, sir. I'm just asking you. Is
What
there a
should I
time,
say
is there a
that we
time
have
for the
lost
Congress
seats?
party to rethink their strategy?
Sir, with due respect to you, I'm just telling you facts. This is a very important political fact. We have lost. We have, with utmost respect, we are accepting the verdict which has been given to us, and even in Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan or Chhattisgarh.
Right.
I am telling you, the percentage of people who voted for us in 18 are the same. BJP has cut into the votes of others, independents and BSP, and therefore we lost. There may be shortcomings in our election strategy, therefore we lost. But to say that you are not, what do you want us to say then? We are analyzing our...
Yes, let me
listen to me. We'll analyze seat by seat, every state, one by one, but it needs time. Today you want me to answer everything. I have given you a fact.
Okay, Mr. Let
You
me
are
take this
enough to
question
do,
Mr.
celebrations for BJP. I have no problem, but I have to tell something which is factually correct.
Yes, sir, we understand. Mr. Bhamla, in 2018, around the same time, I remember when I was at the BJP office, all the senior spokespersons had left because it was gloom and doom for the party. And 6 months later, there were these Lok Sabha elections. And today, the entire situation is different and there's a lot of celebration. How do you see these elections and the results setting the tone for 2024 for your party?
See, all I would like to say is that Sangathan ki majbooti. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead.
All I would like to say is that Sangathan ki majbooti, Modi magic, Modi guarantee, and Sushashan ki niti has worked. It's pro-incumbency and Vikas ki leher and Jan Kalyan all put together. You see, the Congress tried the soft Hinduata. They tried the Janganna also. And you see, any government who delivers has to get elected is what I feel. Of course, I would like to say that Chhattisgarh has been a major silver lining for us. We were not very sure about it, but we're very, very, very fortunate about it because the exit polls also never showed us there anywhere. Last time, around this time, of course, like you mentioned, we were not in that position. But in spite of that, the love that was given by the people of the country in the Lok Sabha election was such that we got an absolute majority. And this time in the semi-final itself, I mean, we don't call this semi-final because we are BJP is always on an electoral mode, and we're always ready for a go. I mean, this time too, we've already got 3 states, and I think we've done fairly well. But let me tell you this: you see, the people have answered the wrong nitis of the Congress, which they tried to put upon us. The insults that was thrown upon to the Honorable Prime Minister, the moral poverty that by calling the Honorable Prime Minister a Panwati, you see.
Mr. Bamla, but would you concede? Mr. Bamla, would you concede? Of course, it's a day of celebration for the Bharatiya Janata Party, but like the Congress Party, now finds, except Himachal Pradesh, a complete wipeout in the Hindi heartland or in the northern states for the Bharatiya Janata Party. With Prime Minister Narendra Modi popularity as well, they are finding it very difficult to gain a foothold as far as the southern India is concerned. The Congress has won Telangana, barring just a minority coalition as far as Puducherry is concerned. The BJP is nowhere south of India's.
You see, when it comes to Modi ji's election himself for the Lok Sabha, we have seen that the demographics change. In states like Chhattisgarh, where Congress was en masse, I think last time we had 9 seats, I mean, that was immediately after the assembly election. So it's irrespective, you see, the way state elections happen, you see. The turnout later today is one aspect, but the growth momentum created by the Prime Minister during his second term, his positive narrative, you see, towards a developed India. You see, an India for the vision that he sees often for India for 2047. You see, let me tell you this: beyond regressive ideas of castes and consensus and a list of freebies, we don't see any political.
Sir, but you didn't answer my question. So,
anybody.
are you telling me that the Prime Minister's vision for 2047 in India's growth is not being bought by people in South India? It's only restricted to North India?
No, wait for it. Wait for it. Give us a little time. We are not people. We are not a party. We are always in an election mode. If you see if you see in the 3 states, the victory, it's not just like that. Our Panna Pramukhs were awake in the morning from 4 in the morning. Where were the workers? You see, they believe in optics. What happened to the India Alliance? They talked lots. They did a lot of photo optics. They were all against Modi ji. And today, what is the outcome? Today, Kamal Nath says, what is Akhilesh?
Yes.
Akhilesh. So these are the things.
Right.
You see, we don't believe in all of that. But in South also, things will come and things will change in this span that we have got. We are very confident
Mr. Khan,
about it.
one of the dominant narratives of your party's campaign was also the way infighting sort of played out between Sachin Pilot and Ashok Gehlot, and of course Mr. T.S. and Bhupesh Singh Baghel, and of course in Madhya Pradesh. So do you think that is something that the party could have handled better for better results?
I don't think that there were differences. It's all open in the public. But before elections, these differences were, ironed out. There was no problem. We have contested this election collectively, and I think we gave a very spirited campaign. We also, our election was actually, the agenda was, led by guarantees, and we tried to, tell people that if you vote Congress, you'll get these welfare schemes. I tell you why our election was, the campaign and the election was looking so good. You can see by the vote percentage. Therefore, I am saying there's 40% people in each state have voted for us. It's the defeat start where the votes which were in the other parties or the BSP or the independent have been shifted to BJP. These are facts, and which have to be analyzed. I can say that we have lost. We have to sit again on the
Irani,
drawing
the
board.
WCD minister is joining us. WCD minister and also Minister for Minority Affairs. Ms. Irani, congratulations on the big victory of your party in 3 states. And I know that you have been campaigning extensively. What are your big takeaways from the results of this election? Because Mahila, Modi, and of course Modi guarantee seem to have worked.
I think, Vasudha, today is a day of great jubilation and joy for all of us because, yes, the Modi magic, Modi guarantee worked. But on 4 issues, I'm extremely elated. One, Narendra Modi is known for fiscal prudence. Narendra Modi is known for fiscal discipline. Narendra Modi is known for reforming. And Narendra Modi is also known for his administrative acumen. Today is a support. This vote, this victory is in support of Modi's style of functioning as an administrator, as a politician. Secondly, we all know that before 2014, female voters were not a decisive political vote bank or a vote group. Today, yet again, Narendra Modi has proved that when you look after issues such as education, health, and ensure that economically and from a perspective of skill, women have enhanced opportunities, women do then continue to support you. Thirdly, when you look at the alliance and its attack on Modi, which was not only personal, which was not only debasing and degrading, it also had new legs when it came to the allegations that were made. Today, the vote, the victory in Modi's favor is again a decisive blow to the ill-gotten campaign of the Congress party and the alliance. Lastly, I think the agenda of division of our society on the basis of caste, a very dangerous and decisive agenda that was proposed by the Congress leadership today, also meets its fate with the Modi guarantee winning across the states. What Modi had said in the face of such a decisive, divisive political strategy by the Congress party was that let's look at the poorest of the poor, let's look at the youth, let's look at women, let's look at our farmers, and if we have to do something, let's do it for them first. And I'm grateful that voters have supported that vision of Modi, that appeal of Modi.
Right. Mr. Rani, do you think that this is, the Congress did talk a lot about caste census and, you saw the farm loan waiver being promised in every manifesto of theirs. And of course, there was also the OPS in Rajasthan. So these 3 factors, according to me, were the highlights of the Congress campaigns. Do you think all 3 of them have failed, when you see the results today?
I think today's victory is also a decisive death knell for the Gandhi siblings. Please recognize that the Congress party presented them and their leadership, if any, qualities as the factor that will help the Congress sail through. Do remember 72 hours ago in newsrooms across the country, there were many people who were about to blow the trumpet about Rahul Gandhi's leadership qualities, about the Priyanka Vadra magic. And I think today there's a deafening silence from those quarters as well.
Right.
Mr. Rani, the Congress also tried this welfare scheme. Mr. Gehlot tried very hard last 6 months. There were many schemes that were announced. Many promises were made by Mr. Kamal Nath as well. Does this mean that there is also this whole acceptability of the most important thing in politics, the bharosa? The bharosa at this moment of the voters only lies with the Prime Minister. That's why the Congress has not been able to translate their promises into victory.
No, let me just give you a small example. In Rajasthan, Gehlot promised mobile phones to all women. Turns out it was select few women, and even the mobile phone blew up in the hands of women that he wanted to give it to. In Chhattisgarh, the farmers were not receiving monies that were to be accrued to them for bonus and some parts monies for MSP procurement. In Madhya Pradesh, 15 months that the Congress had power, they did post-dated Kanyadan, wherein for the first time in my political and social life, I found out that while the Bharatiya Janata Party had a term to serve in government, we used to do Kanyadan for the poorest of the poor girls, especially girls who are specially able, Divyang. The Congress party comes into power and says, post-dated check dete hain.
Right.
Now, the people of the state had tested the Congress. So it's not as if they did not have an opportunity to service their promises.
Right.
People know that the promises made were just paper promises. For instance, Rahul Gandhi went and said, 10 दिन में सभी किसानों का कर्जा माफ कर दूंगा. Did not happen.
Right.
Rahul Gandhi said, बेरोजगारी भत्ता दे दूंगा. Did not happen.
Ma'am, while the BJP has, it's a domination of the Bharatiya Janata Party in the Hindi heartland, barring Himachal Pradesh. Now, all the states rest with the Bharatiya Janata Party. The same cannot be said about, the south of Vindhyas. Why is it that the Bharatiya Janata Party has not been able to get that kind of a foothold in South India? Is that a worry for the BJP for 2024?
My request to you is not fall for the Congress propaganda now of the North and South divide. The Congress tried to divide us on the basis of caste and religion. Now they are trying geography as a new precipice for division.
Right.
But the fact remains that there is no government of the BJP like the Congress doesn't
Agreed.
have. So
but the
is that a
BJP
worry
is
for
also prevalent in
2024?
the West. The BJP is also prevalent in the
True.
East.
True.
The issue is, we're a party that was born in 1980. We're a party which just had 2 MPs. And today, 10 years of government with a decisive majority. Compare it to a party that has been in existence for over 7 decades.
Right.
And another difference, we are a party today, when you talk about Prime Minister Modi, when you talk about the BJP president, when you talk about Amit Shah, who are they? They began as normal BJP karyakartas at the booth. Look at the leadership of the Congress party. Who takes the decisions? The Gandhi family. They are a policy of dynastic politics.
Right.
So you're making a comparison between 2 political entities that have nothing in common.
Okay.
Right.
Secondly, when you look at today states such as Tamil Nadu, you have a new president like Annamalai who's taken a yatra to every district of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has had a political history of being divided between 2 political entities. You have today Telangana, which has seen and marked improvement since our last performance. We've had the vigor of Sanjay Bandi. We also have Kishan Reddy's experience, which has come handy. You have Karnataka BJP, which has a new president, a new opposition leader. So it's not as if the BJP, if you faced with a challenge, does not meet it with some solutions. The issue is, what is the difference? Today, the Gandhi Khandan, the leadership itself, has become a challenge for the Congress party.
Right.
We have no such challenge internally.
Right. Mr. Rani, there was one distinct feature of this election is this whole collective leadership against what seemed like powerful regional leaders of the Congress, but clearly the collective leadership of the BJP won. How do you see this aspect of the BJP? Do you see this?
It was not the Congress that was fighting us alone, Vasudha. Please understand that the Congress presented itself as a part of a cohesive group of the India Alliance.
Yes.
The Congress itself conceded, हम मोदी से अकेले नहीं लड़ सकते. I will attract your attention to Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary's interview. Very accepted. We can't fight Modi alone.
Right. That's right.
So when we say ek akela sab pe bhari, it is true.
Yeah.
The whole opposition had to come together.
I think, you're the first one.
Yes, the whole opposition had to come together. But what is the opposition's agenda?
Right.
Modi's agenda is very clear. I will build infrastructure.
Right.
I will make sure the poorest of the poor have food security. I will make sure that the poorest of the poor have health facilities. Have you ever seen a united opposition tell you anything of any measure?
Okay.
Anything of positive construct that can contribute to the country? No.
Okay, Ms. Irani, if you allow us, our sister channel NDTV India would also like to have a word with you in Hindi.
Sure.
Thank you so much for joining us
Thank you.
at this moment. Congratulations, ma'am, on your party's fantastic victory in these elections. All right, we are slipping into a very short break at this moment, ladies and gentlemen. We are coming back, our continuous coverage on this big day of the Indian political scenario continues. We'll talk about the far-reaching impact after we come back after a short break. Stay tuned. All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. NDTV's continuous coverage of the big results, the semi-final results before the 2024 continues. Congress party, the sliver of hope, the silver lining, whatever you want to call it, is from Telangana. It's been a remarkable election and a turnaround for the Congress. Vasudha, we have been joined by a special guest.
Anil Kumar Reddy, a winning candidate from the Congress, from the state of Telangana. Mr. Reddy, did you see this victory coming? Because clearly BRS was seen as invincible. You saw KCR as somebody who was all ready to even float the third front, and suddenly Congress becomes this resurgent party. So clearly, how do you see your party's victory and also your
Congratulations, sir, first of all.
Yeah, as you said, it was like that few months back. Probably even 4 months back it was like that. Even 2 months back we are not that sure. And in the last 2 months I think we have gained like anything. See, when a party stands for people, people were looking at an alternate. And that alternate happened now. When the Congress all stood together, then it happened and people rallied behind Congress. And that's how I think it happened. Otherwise, they wanted a change. And that change, they looked at the alternate party who can,
who would you credit with, sir, for the success of your party? Is it Revanth Reddy? Is it the party unit? Is it Bharat Jodo Yatra, or a combination of many factors?
See, I can't say that. See, I am from Nalgonda district. I have some stalwarts from here. I can't take any names now. See, anyway, all the chief minister candidates are from our Nalgonda district. There are other leaders.
No, Vasudha, you're putting Mr. Reddy in a spot at this moment. He's a winning candidate, possibly hoping for a berth in the cabinet. And will you ask these questions? He doesn't want to jeopardize his chances. But Mr. Reddy, congratulations. I want to ask you, does the momentum for the Congress party, because it seemed after the Hyderabad municipal elections that the Bharatiya Janata Party may emerge as possibly the main opposition party which was taking on the BRS. Was the Karnataka, victory in Karnataka election that turning point for the Telangana Congress party, that it came together and was able to put up this kind of a spirited fight, sir, and resulting in victory?
Yeah, it is really surprising. A party wins in the neighboring state, and suddenly people get that boost, and it suddenly started happening. And simultaneously, our all leaders also joined together, and the High Command, AICC also. Also, I think they played a major role in putting the overall party together, and I think everyone started working, and it gained. It went on gaining from. It started gaining from one strength to other strength, and
right.
And
Mr. Reddy, everybody right now has only one question for Telangana: who is going to be the chief ministers? MLAs have to decide. You will play an important role. Who do you think is going to get the top job, sir?
So, see, I just told you, but I just told you I can't take any names because see, Revanth Reddy Garu is anyway there. He is at the helm of affairs, he being the PCC president, and we have other equivalent leaders from my district. This is Nalgonda district, and this is where equivalent strong leaders are there who are chief ministerial candidates. But anyway, I can't take any names. And as such, I think it is every leader, even Revanth Reddy said, and every other leader said, it is ACC which decides on the leader.
Right.
So who is going to head? And also there will be a CLP, and CLP probably even the ACC will take, High Command will take the opinion, and also the opinion and the High Command's opinion, all that will prevail.
Right.
And I think that will go like that. That is how they are going to decide. But one thing I have to say, I won from Bongir constituency, which is a historical win, because after 40 years we are winning from Bongir.
Okay.
So this is something really surprising. We are in the midst of a big victory rally, and it is really we are happy, and it happened, and it is so nice.
Right.
So all over state, we are emerging victorious. We are almost, I think we are at 65 seats. We are clearly heading for a victory, and we are forming Congress government here. And from my bone here, I'm more happy because we are winning this seat after 40 years. I won with 26,000 and odd votes. So that is really nice for us, and I have to keep up my word to serve my constituency.
That's a massive feat, Mr. Reddy. I wanted to ask you this one question, and you can reply to this very quickly. Last in 2018, we did see the Congress breaking. Of the 19 MLAs, 12 had left, and clearly this time it's not going to be that situation. You have many more numbers. So how strong are you organizationally, and how sure are you of keeping the entire flock together?
See, that was a time when KCR had a clear mandate. And also, even that time, it was wrong. People should not have switched over to the parties. But that happened after a few months. And this is a time people's morale is high. People are supporting Congress party and such overall support. And if any there's no chance for such things.
Right.
And people are not going to spare that sort of leaders. It happened at a point of time when KCR was strong. He himself won 88. And probably these fellows were without work. And at a point of time, after forming government, only after a few months it happened. Even that would not have happened, that was wrong. never we support.
All right, congratulations, sir, on your victory and also for your party. You will be sitting as far as the ruling side of the assembly is concerned this time. Thank you for joining us. All the best. All right, sir.
So there's another poll-bound state, Rajasthan, and I'm sure a lot of pollsters got this right. The BJP is, of course, leading in 116 seats, and the Congress is around 69. This is the state known for its revolving door tradition, and Ashok Gehlot has not been able to beat that, despite his Chiranjeevi Health Yojana and a whole set of welfare schemes. But the question in front of the BJP is very crucial. Who is going to be the chief minister? Remember that the BJP this time projected a collective leadership with a whole galaxy of state leaders sidelining its two-time Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje, but clearly things will have to be worked out now. It's a big state, a state that has voted for the Prime Minister in huge numbers 2 times, and very important for the BJP's Lok Sabha performance. I have Avinash Kalla joining me in the studio. Mr. Kalla, first of all, congratulations. You got this bang on. I remember you telling me, and the numbers are almost there. So tell us, what are the challenges in front of the BJP and what are your biggest takeaways from the election results?
Well, the biggest takeaway, Vasudha, is that looking at the number 69, it's an opportunity missed for the Congress party. You know, looking at these numbers, they would have been thinking that had we got our act right 6-8 months back, we would have won this election. Because look at it, I think we've been talking all this while that in the eastern Rajasthan, they are going to lose seats, and I think they've lost close to 22 or 23 seats. And they've also lost in Mewar. So these are the 2 major reasons. Even Marwar they are losing. So losing it big time, it is just a matter of few things here and there. Some victory margins have been less than 700 votes.
In eastern Rajasthan, do you think the Prime Minister's pitch on Gujar politics,
more than the Chief Minister, outgoing Chief Minister Ashok Gehlot right now in Jaipur speaking to the media. Listen it.
शुभकामनाएं हैं, अच्छे काम करके दिखाएं, ये हमारी भावना रहेगी उनके साथ में, पूरा सहयोग रहेगा उनके साथ में।
को हर घर तक नहीं पहुंचा पाए, मैसेज नहीं दे पाए।
ये लगता है कि जो स्कीमें शानदार थी हमारी, कानून में ऐतिहासिक बनाए, पूरे देश में चर्चा उसकी है। स्कीमें ऐसी बनाई जो पूरे देश में चर्चा हो रही है। पहली बार राजस्थान की चर्चा हिंदुस्तान के हर राज्य में होती है और गारंटी हमने दी वो शानदार थी। उसके बावजूद भी जो नतीजे आए हैं तो चौंकाने वाले। परंतु क्योंकि छत्तीसगढ़ में भी जो उम्मीद थी उसके विपरीत नतीजे आए हैं, मध्य प्रदेश में उल्टे नतीजे आए हैं। इसलिए जब 3 राज्यों में ऐसे परिणाम आए हैं तो मैं समझता हूँ कि ये एक सोच का विषय, एग्जामिन करने का विषय है कि क्या कारण रहे होंगे। थोड़ा इसमें अभी तो नतीजे आ रहे हैं, अभी तक तो थोड़ा रुकिएगा, धैर्य रखिएगा, इसके परिणाम पता करें क्या कारण रहे होंगे।
जा रहे हैं, नए चेहरे चुनाव जीते, लगता नहीं टिकटें कुछ और काट ली, कुछ टिकटें और काट ली, नए चेहरों को मौका दिया गया, वो सारे जीत रहे। कांग्रेस पार्टी को सफलता।
अभी मेरी बात सुनो, जो ये जो प्रॉब्लम यहाँ थी, हम भी जानते हैं कि ये नए चेहरे लाने की बात थी कि नए उम्मीदवार आने चाहिए, पर ये मांग मध्य प्रदेश में तो थी नहीं, छत्तीसगढ़ में नहीं थी, तभी वहाँ भी चुनाव हारे हम लोग। तो ये कहना कि भाई नए चेहरे तो जीत जाते, वो गलत बात है। नंबर 2, नए चेहरे को हम सब लाइक करते हैं, पर जो सर्वे आए थे, जो भी आए थे, उसमें अगर किसी के खिलाफ में एंटी थी तो नो ऑप्शन, इस प्रकार हालात बन गए थे। इसलिए वो भी जो फैसले हम करना चाहते थे वो नहीं हो पाए।
गहलोत सर इधर भी ले लीजिए, लेकिन जो एमएलए के खिलाफ एंटी इनकम्बेंसी मानते हैं आप, आपने एक बार दिखा था।
भाई मैंने कहा ना आपको, ये प्रॉब्लम मध्य प्रदेश में थोड़ी थी, ना एमपी में थी ना छत्तीसगढ़ में थी, चुनाव भी हमारे हैं।
सर मेरा एक सवाल, अब अशोक गहलोत अपना रोल क्या देखते हैं? अशोक गहलोत अपना रोल क्या देखते हैं?
देखिए, मैं तो जनसेवक हूँ, मैंने कहा अंतिम सांस तक मैं प्रदेश वासियों की सेवा करूँ।
सर मेरा एक सवाल है,
चाहे भले मैं उसमें कोई पद पे रहूँ या नहीं रहूँ, मुझे तो सेवा का बचपन से शौक है और मैं उसी के अंतर्गत काम करता रहूँगा। आप लोगों के बीच में रहूँगा,
राजस्थान और छत्तीसगढ़
प्रदेश वासियों के बीच में रहूँगा, उनकी सेवा करूँगा।
सर ये फैसला क्या लोकसभा चुनाव को लेकर के जो कांग्रेस की तैयारी है, इंडिया अलायंस की तमाम कवायद चल रही थी, उसके लिए भी एक झटका मानते हैं?
देखिए, इन बातों का फर्क तो पड़ता ही है, पर मैं समझता हूँ जैसे खड़गे साहब ने कहा है क्योंकि चुनाव में खड़गे साहब ने, राहुल गांधी जी ने, प्रियंका जी ने कोई कमी नहीं रखी। सबने, हमारे नेतृत्व ने जम के कैंपेन किया यहाँ पर, और हमारी स्कीम इतनी शानदार थी, हमें उम्मीद थी कि स्कीमों के आधार पर आगे जो वादे करें उनके आधार पर, और कानून ऐसे ऐसे पास किए उसके आधार पर सरकार हमारी बनेगी। नहीं बन पाई। खड़गे साहब ने आज भी कहा है कि जो हुआ तो हुआ है, सबके सामने। हम इसको भी देखेंगे क्या कारण रहे होंगे। आगे पार्लियामेंट तैयारी करने की हमें शुरुआत करनी चाहिए। मेरा मानना कार्यकर्ताओं को मैं कहना चाहूँगा, चुनाव में हार और जीत होती रहती है, कई कारण बन जाते हैं। उसमें जो मोदी जी, अमित शाह जी और जितने नेता आए थे बाहर से, 5-7 मुख्यमंत्री आ गए, पूरा धावा बोला मेरे पर और सरकार पर। उनका टारगेट था, क्योंकि सरकार गिरा नहीं पाए थे वो। मुझे उम्मीद थी कि जनता बदला लेगी उनसे कि आप लोग लोकतंत्र की हत्या कर रहे थे, सरकार गिराने का काम कर रहे थे, हॉस्टिंग कर रहे थे, जैसे आपने मध्य प्रदेश, कर्नाटक, महाराष्ट्र में करी। तो मैंने कहा जनता बदला लेगी। हो सकता है कि जनता वो बात समझ नहीं पाई होगी।
सर, जो सचिन पायलट के
और इसलिए मैंने जो उम्मीद की थी कि जनता बदला लेगी इन लोगों से जो लोग हत्यारे हैं। उल्टा हो गया। जो भाषा बोल के वो गए हैं वो भड़काने वाली भाषा थी, तनाव पैदा करने वाली भाषा थी, दंगे करवाने वाली भाषा थी। बार बार कन्हैयालाल का नाम लेना, बार बार जो 370 और 3 तलाक की बात करना, मतलब उनके कोई मुद्दा था ही नहीं। जो वो राजस्थान में हम क्या काम किए हमें उसकी आलोचना करते, वो उसकी कमियां बताते, खामियां बताते, हमें खुशी होती, बहस उस पर होती। होना वही चाहिए था। चुनाव विधानसभा के हैं, सभी लोग आए भड़का के गए। अब हो सकता है हिंदू और मुस्लिम और जो धर्म की बात ये लोग करते हैं वो भी एक कारण हो सकता है, क्योंकि जो ध्रुवीकरण हुआ है, लगता है कि मध्य प्रदेश में, छत्तीसगढ़ जैसे राज्य में जहाँ की एक तरफा जीत थी, मध्य प्रदेश में जनता इलेक्शन लड़ रही थी बीजेपी के खिलाफ में, ये माहौल था आज से 4 महीने पहले, 3 महीने पहले। और राजस्थान के अंदर शानदार माहौल था। कल रात तक उम्मीद थी सरकार हमारी बनेगी। तब भी मैंने कहा परसों नहीं बनेगी तो हम विद ह्यूमिलिटी स्वीकार करेंगे मैंडेट।
सर, जो सचिन पायलट के साथ, जो सचिन पायलट और आपके बीच में जो तनाव था, उसका भी असर पड़ा।